I mean, we just watched what you did on Monday night to them. It would kill. I mean, it's bad enough. The other half of this great women's match that was with Bayley, Sasha Banks, who should be the number one contender for the women's championship right now, or Divas, whatever the hell they call it.
I give her the IC title personally.
Why the hell not? She's certainly more over than Ryback. And I love Ryback. I love the big guy. But, hell, why not? Let's see Sasha Banks versus the Big Show.
I want Sasha Banks as the IC title. See, that's what they need to do, is they need to have, like... They have to get rid of the Divas title and just make the IC title the Divas title.
You know what? Now that I think about it, Sasha Banks versus The Miz would be a much more compelling match than Ryback versus The Miz.
Exactly.
Just because The Miz, for all of his faults, he really plays an asshole very well. But if anyone in that company deserves to be the star, it's Sasha Banks.
Right.
I mean, we all thought that her match with Becky Lynch was the match of the year. Her match with Becky Lynch isn't even top 5 compared to that match with Bayley. And I'm pretty sure if Sasha Banks gets another chance, she'll outdo the Bayley match this year.
Probably would. If you gave her... See, this is where you actually go and find a legitimate, like, female wrestler, like one that's been around for a while, and give Sasha Banks, like, a really good match against some... I wish Gail Kim hadn't burned her bridges, but Gail Kim would be perfect against Sasha Banks.
Oh my God, Gail Kim versus Sasha Banks. That would be like 4.5 stars right off the bat.
Right. Maybe we can convince Molly Holly to come back, and we can have Molly and Bayley be a tag. That would be my fantasy. Molly and Bayley be a tag team. They give them the flying nun gimmick. I'm done.
Give Bayley the Molly go around as a finisher.
It's all right, tap out. Yep. That's all I would need. I wouldn't need other ways to relieve stress after I saw that tag team.
You could say hell, say Bayley is related to Molly Holly, because who is more pure than Molly Holly?
Exactly.
Say like Bayley is like her niece or something.
I'm really happy though that Bayley doesn't go out of her way and wear cranny panties. So.
Well, thank God we don't have. Thank God they stopped doing bra and panty matches. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. Damn it! I always hated those matches. Just because
I liked bra and panty.
I liked the bra and panty match, but I just hated that it was the wrong person always won. Like it would always be like Trish versus Lita, and Lita would lose. I mean, Lita would win.
You wanted Lita to get naked more than Trish?
Yes, I had seen Trish enough at that point.
I can see that. I had seen Trish's tits enough at that point. God damn it! Her tits were everywhere at the time.
I mean.
Why in the world are Tori Wilson and Sable having a bra and panties match where they can just get their Playboy issue?
Exactly. I mean, it's like, who was it? Yeah, it was like for the Invasion, for example. You have Lita and Trish against Tori and Stacey Keibler. Who cares about Stacey and Tori getting naked? I want to see Trish and Lita get naked. Let them lose the match. We all win in the end either way. I'm sure, you know what? Let's have Lita come back out of retirement. Let's have her take on Sasha Banks. That would be a good match.
I wish Luna Vachon was still alive. She can take on Sasha Banks. That would be a great match.
Oh God, that
would be awesome.
You think you're something special? You're not gonna be so special after I break your face. Oh God, that hurt.
She's just hissing at her the whole time.
That really hurt to do, by the way. How did Luna do that voice? Ugh. You think you're something...
Someone's getting shot next to my house.
Really?
Hold on.
Should I pause it?
No.
Oh, okay. This is live.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's someone getting beaten outside my house. I'm going to go outside and try to get some of the audio. Hopefully it kind of sounds like a wrestling match, so... Still on topic.
This is better than the Divas matches the other night, that's for sure.
We got a baby crying.
I don't hear it. I have plenty of... That's my next door neighbor. Sure, it's 95 degrees outside. Let's have the baby sit in the sun all day. Yeah, sure, why not?
No, I just have poor white trash next to my place. Anyway, we love you, Bayley. We need you to go continue on wrestling. and being the best that you are, because you're the best.
Now, before we wrap up, is it fair to say that the other night that people within the WWE definitely tried to sabotage the Divas by giving them only 6.5 minutes for a beat the clock challenge?
I would say that is sabotage, yeah.
I mean, the fact that Becky Lynch and I could have lived with Becky Lynch and Brie Bella going 6.5 minutes on their own. It would have been a decent enough match. But when you have 6.5 minutes, I think it was like 6:40 or something in total. It's just like you purposely did that on purpose.
That's to show you that the women are not worth spending time over. You have any idea how expensive time is on a wrestling show?
A 3-hour wrestling show at that. It's not like they don't have the time for it.
Exactly. See.
I mean, hell, we were only just watching an old Nitro earlier where there was a random Bobby Eaton versus Chris Benoit.
Everyone go out and find August 12th Nitro from 1996. The opener match is Bobby Eaton versus Chris Benoit.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sorry.
They gave those two 5 minutes.
You're telling me you couldn't give Charlotte and who's it called, Naomi or whatever, or not Naomi, freaking Alicia Fox like 5 minutes?
Who's Naomi?
Oh, Naomi's the one with Sasha.
Oh, okay.
Sasha, Naomi, and Tamina. Last name deleted because her father no longer exists. That was a great picture I saw, by the way, earlier this week. You remember that time Mr. T did a handicap match in the main event of WrestleMania 1 against Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper?
I think the best one still is, remember that time when on Piper's Pit when a coconut just exploded in Piper's face?
These damn coconuts, they're so volatile.
No wonder these terrorists use them for fucking bombs. They just explode for no reason.
Yeah, that Divas thing really pissed me off the other night. They could have at least given them 10 minutes total. I mean, that's let's say like 3.5 minutes a match or something. You know, one of the matches could have gone 6, another one could have gone 5.5. Well, no, yeah, 5.5, and the final match goes 5 minutes. You know, fine, they could have done that. We could have lived without having to live through the whole Dolph Ziggler Lana saga from the other night, where, oh my God, Summer Rae walked into Dolph Ziggler's locker room and she saw Dolph Ziggler. She saw him in the shower. She got to see Dolph Ziggler.
Uh-oh.
And poor Lana, she deserves so much better than this. Then, you know, there's Summer Rae.
I saw Lana. She's starting to wear like tie-dye stuff now.
Yeah, because Dolph is an '80s guy, so she has to be an '80s chick, which is about right for a Russian. For a Russian in the '80s, that's about right. You know, soon as they got American blue jeans, that was the downhill of communism. But yeah, Lana deserves so much better. Divas Revolution. Yep, it definitely failed the way they're promoting it. And of course, when Bayley comes up to the main roster, Stephanie's going to take credit for that too. See, I was right all along. This is the real Divas Revolution right here, because it was me who brought her up.
See, it's not the Divas Revolution isn't me versus Bella's or me versus Ronda Rousey or me versus all these other things. The Divas Revolution is me versus Bayley. But can you imagine Bayley? Like, back to Bayley. Can you imagine if Bayley went all Stone Cold Steve Austin on Stephanie McMahon?
Well, it's true that. Awesome. Oh my God, that would be awesome. You know, it's because it's a PG era. None of the men can hit Stephanie, right? But oh my God, Bayley standing up to Stephanie, and that being the new McMahon Austin that they've been craving for like the last 15 years. Ever since Stone Cold retired, they've been trying desperately to always do the boss versus somebody, and it was always like the boss versus Orton or boss versus somebody else, and it turns out it's going to be Stephanie versus Bayley. That's the rocket that takes off.
Dude, I guarantee you that, because you know they're going to try it with Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know they're going to try it with Becky Lynch. They're going to do this. They're going to do this at some point. But when they get to Bayley, it's going to click. It's just going to work. And it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that one. She's going to do that promo. Bayley's just going to cut that promo where she just calls Stephanie a really, really mean girl. And that's when it'll just pop. She goes, "You're a meanie!" And then when Stephanie comes out, you're just going to hear her meanie chants. All through the promo.
And all those little girls that love Bayley, they can identify with that because they all have to deal with a meanie like Stephanie every day at some point in their life. If it isn't that their big sister who's always tormenting them, then it's that girl in school. So Bayley's gonna latch onto something, and it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be into the stratosphere.
She starts cutting macho promos.
Well, as it is, she wears his arm. She wears his armbands.
It'll be all worth it. It'll be all worth it once Bayley hits that Bayley to belly on Stephanie McMahon.
Oh my God, they do. It won't happen.
And she just looks at Stephanie's face and just goes, "PTA, you stupid piece of trash! Don't trust nobody."
If it happens, it won't happen next year at WrestleMania 32. But if it happens at 33, which is rumored to be at Minneapolis at the new stadium they're building for the Vikings, or possibly even WrestleMania 34, which is rumored for Philadelphia. Which, by the way, I can't imagine doing WrestleMania in Philadelphia at the stadium where the football stadium. I think it would be. I mean, Philadelphia, much like MetLife Stadium, it's only about a 40-minute drive from Philly to the Meadowlands. Weather in Philadelphia and weather in the Meadowlands in late March, early April is a crapshoot. It could be warm or it could be blistery cold. So, but if Bayley versus Stephanie happens, it'll happen one of those years.
I can't wait. I can't wait to have Bayley versus Stephanie. Yeah. It's literally the only thing I have going for me right now when it comes to wrestling. It's the only big feud I can think of that would be actually worth watching.
And you could emotionally invest into it, too.
Exactly. They already screwed up Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. They already screwed up Sting versus The Undertaker. They already screwed up a whole lot of things that should be fantasy matches that should have come true that never did. And so now I have to wait for 3 years until Bayley versus Stephanie McMahon, where Stephanie is trying to do a promo on Bayley because Bayley broke her arm or something. And Stephanie's like, "You can't do this. You can't wrestle. It's going to hold you. You're going to get injured and you're going to do this." And Bayley will go, "You know what? I've had people like you tell me I'm not good enough forever. Well, guess what?" And then, boom, it hits her in the stomach. And then Bayley to belly.
And then she adjusts the she adjusts the ponytail.
And then she adjusts the ponytail right at the end. And then she looks at Stephanie. "DTA, you stupid piece of trash. Don't trust nobody."
BTB, motherfucker.
And then you just hear Bayley cutting nothing but Stone Cold promos.
Truth be told, Bayley to Belly BTB would be awesome.
Well, if you want Bayley to go out there and kick Stephanie McMahon's ass, give me a hell yeah.
No, it'd be more like, if you want Bayley to go up there and hug the life out of Stephanie McMahon, give me a hug, yeah.
Hug yeah.
WWE, hire us, please. We're good. Put us on NXT.
I'm over here thinking she can take my belt away from you. Well,
It ain't gonna happen. Bayley's gonna walk up to the ring. She's gonna hug you, and she's gonna hug you till she walks it dry. Okay, that didn't sound right. I'm gonna hug a mud hole into you, and I'm gonna hug you till I walk it dry.
I'm gonna hug the stuffing out of you. I'm gonna hug you so hard that rainbows and candy are gonna come out of your butt. Give me a hug, yeah! Hug, yeah!
Hug, yeah!
Hug, yeah is gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new. We figured out, Bayley. We just came up with your brand new T-shirt to screw over all the divas.
This circles back to blue pants, so we better trademark that shit now.
We just came up with a great new T-shirt idea for Bayley here. Hug yeah.
You can look for it in our official store soon. Oh yeah, we'll have shirts up and stuff soon.
Bayley 316 just says, "I just hugged your ass." It's not in white. It's pink. It's in pink color. It's in pink print.
It's pink and black. It'll be pink and blue, like pink and blue or something, and it'll have a silhouette of Bayley, and it's instead of like the silhouette of Austin,
wide open.
Yeah, instead of the silhouette with Austin with the fingers, it'll just be Bayley looking for the hug.
It's gonna look like one of those old. It's gonna look like that old Kurt Angle T-shirt where he's doing his pose with this Haley doing a big hug.
We'll get back to you on that, folks. I have to do some number crunching. Old Phantom here has to figure out where the line between parody and parody is. Because Joe can't afford to get sued.
I think it's okay.
So I'm going to check.
We're not using their likeness. We're just using their trademark.
It's not like they're the Redskins or anything.
Exactly.
There's a fine line between... Folks, you always got to know this. It's like they told me in my writing class when I was doing a class on adaptations. You could either do it straight from the source, or you can just take the source and go, that's close enough. But always make sure you got the rights. Either way. So there's a fine line between parody and trademark infringement. So I'm going to definitely look that up later.
I can't imagine the WWE actually having the rights to hug, the word hug.
Apparently earlier, speaking of divas, they trademarked the term 4 horsewomen because Ronda Rousey and her group didn't.
See, that's smart.
Yeah, but they're also they're trying to get Ronda to do. They're trying to get Ronda to do, WrestleMania. So it's not really smart to piss her off of you stealing our gimmick. But Ronda's been using the term 4 horsewomen for a woman now, and she does have a few shirts out with it. So there might be legal precedent. Who knows? I'm not a lawyer. Yeah, the WWE definitely trademarked 4 horsewomen because they want to make it's Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky. And for the love of God, Bayley, don't trust any of them.
DTA, you stupid piece of trash!
Bayley, we've seen this too many times with Sting. Don't trust a Flair.
Don't trust anyone who thinks of themselves a horseman or a horsewoman or whatever.
Don't trust. You cannot trust if Charlotte and Sasha offer you a hand in friendship. Don't trust them.
In friendship. If they come to you and saying they need help with the new Faces of Fear, don't trust them.
Because this happened to Sting a long time ago. Sting got an offer to join the Horsemen, and the moment he wanted a shot at the world title, they were like, hey, wait a minute, don't you understand? We're here to keep the world title on Flair. We don't challenge Flair for the title. The moment that one of them wants a shot at the title, it's over.
That's what's going to happen to you, Bayley.
So don't try.
You're going to want the title. It's what they tried to make you do. They tried to have you go after Charlotte. They said,
Don't trust them, Bayley.
Don't trust them, Bayley. You can never trust a horseman or a horsewoman. Yeah, Bayley's great material.
She is.